but it's hard to stay mad when there's so much beauty in the world. I've been sick for the last, since actually this year started, January, February, and now that it's March, I'm starting to feel better even though my body feels sick. And I have been trying to find joy in a lot of things. I've been trying to stop and appreciate, my health more, the slowness in life, the books that I read, the people around me. I've also been thinking about death a lot. That's only because I've been sick and I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm a person who's scared of things a lot. But yeah, this made me want to write about a topic that I really enjoy talking about: beauty in our world, finding romance in the little things, finding beauty in the mundane, being appreciative of the people around us, being appreciative of yourself, and also taking care of yourself. So yeah, this is the topic. To start off, finding beauty. What is beauty? Well, beauty, as they say, it's in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty can mean anything to you. Beauty in a person, in nature, in yourself, in things, in objects. It doesn't matter. What I find beautiful might not have the same meaning as you. Yeah. So I find a lot of things beautiful. The mundane. I've started to really appreciate the mundane. I find beauty in objects, find beauty in people, find beauty in our nature. There's so much beauty in our nature. The sky, the clouds, the earth, how colorful our world is. Have you noticed how colorful the world is? It's like we're so numb to it. I think because we're so used to seeing it around that we don't, stop and appreciate it. But there's so much color in our world, like in our clothes, in the food that we eat, in our eyes, the skin tones, everyone has different type of skin tone. Even if you're like from the same country or from the same continent, everyone is different. The earth, nature, did I say that? But yeah, there's so much color in our world. I find beauty in creativity. I find beauty in like being around my loved ones, their laughter. I find beauty in objects like this that I recently bought, and she's so adorable. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, this. It's too bright. If I place her here, she has a little cat with her. She's beautiful. She's also purple, which is one of my favorite colors. And this angel, she's praying. My praying girls, I don't know what they're praying for, but they're praying. To start off, these are the ways that I feel beauty and playfulness in my day, like in my days and in my life, because sometimes life is so negative, so sad, that we forget about the good things in life, about the beauty in life. We forget to take care of ourselves. We forget to take care of the people, we share the earth with. I wrote it down because I know I'm gonna forget it, and I've done I've recorded this video twice before, and I've had a really hard time doing it, but now I hope that time is a charm, as they say. But yeah, I hope the third time works for me, and I'm going to go easy on myself. To start off, having a sense of wonder, following that, and then seeing where it leads me. So I can give you an example. I was on TikTok, as you usually are, and I saw two swans dancing beautifully. Someone said they were expressing their love to each other. I don't know, but it looked so beautiful and inspired me. I showed the video to my siblings, and that reminded me of some art that I created. It's not the same thing, but please stay with me. I created an art. I showed it to them. They were like, "Oh, it's beautiful, it's nice." Thank God I have supportive siblings, even if they're lying. So yeah, I showed them the art, and that reminded me, like looking at the picture again that I drew, it reminded me of this artist that's called Hilma F. Klant. Her paintings are, I think, abstract art. It's so beautiful, it's so colorful. If I'm not wrong, she said she didn't want her paintings to be displayed at the time she was at. She said after she dies, 20 years or 30 years after she dies, she wanted it to be is shown to the world, because she felt like at that time it wasn't the right time for it. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool. That, like that confidence that you have in yourself. And like, I don't think she was greedy about it. Maybe, like, how do you explain it? There's a lot of people who do stuff because they want the praise, the money, the everything that comes with it. And it's valid. We're human beings, we need that. But it's kind of like she's so confident in herself and in her vision that she was like, 20 years after I die, I want it to be displayed onto the world. And I'm like, that's so cool. But yeah, I showed them the picture. I was reminded of her. But I thought she was called Hilda. So I wrote down on Google Hilda. And who came up was a lady, was a girl. She died when she was 18. I think she's called Hilda Grace. Let me see. I wrote it down here. She's called Hildegard Rodriguez. She was an activist, socialist, and a sexual revolutionist, I think. She died at 18 years old, 1933. So she was, she died because of her mother. And her mother, when they were in court, she said a lot of statements that like shook me, and one of it was like, she said her daughter was a failed project, so she had the right to take her out. And I think it's because they had different ideologies, political ideology. She felt like her daughter was being taken away from her, so she did all of that. And I was so shocked. I was like, what type of person? Like, I'm like, thank God she's not here. But yeah, I ended up remembering the real Helma F. Plant. I wrote her name down, and I came across one of her paintings called The Swan number 17, and I was like, I just have to. I'm like, I saw a swan and I'm here. I remembered her. So, and I actually noticed this connection later on. At that moment, I didn't even notice it. So The Swan number 17, I clicked on it. I was like, oh, it looks beautiful. And then I saw a website where someone was explaining it. They said a lot of things, but the things that stood out to me, they said majestic swan, grandeur of the spirit. They mentioned alchemy, and they used the word union of the opposites, necessary for the creation of the philosopher's stone. So alchemy, when I heard alchemy, I was like, I'm here for a reason, because on my YouTube bio, if I'm not wrong, I said alchemizing my emotion, and union of the opposites. I've, like, for the last 1 month, I've been talking about duality and multifacetedness, and how two things, even if they're opposites, it doesn't have to mean like they can't work together, like there has to, like, basically what she said, union of the opposites. And I've been talking about it in my own way. And I was like, we're on the same wavelength. So yeah, I was like, I relate to alchemy. I went to that website. I saw the word union of the opposite. It reminded me of dualities, and it led me back basically to the ideas that I had. And I was like, oh, I love that. The ideas that I had, and the ideas of this painting, the interpretation of this painting, like, kind of connected. And I really loved that. And so I had the idea to write down, because I was writing down what I wanted to say, having a sense of wonder and curiosity, and following it. Then you will notice patterns that connect back to you, or connect back to ideas that someone else has said before. I'm like, it's so interesting. Like, it's better than spending time like scrolling on TikTok. Don't get me wrong, I love being on social media. I'm a very much online person. I'm like, it's so fun, and my mind felt so satisfied. And I was like, I knew it. I was onto something. I act like this because when I was young, I really wanted to be a detective. All those cartoons that I watched affected me. But yeah, I was like, yeah, 1 + 1 is equals to 2. 2 + 2 is equals to 4. And I am here. Anyways, so yeah, have a sense of wonder. Give yourself that space to be childish, to have silly thoughts, to be like, oh yeah, this connects to this. Like, noticing patterns too. It's really exciting. It's so fun. And like, I don't know, it brings joy, adds playfulness into my life. And I'm like, there's definitely beauty in that. Number 2, sounds. I wrote down different sounds that I'm attracted to: music, rain, laughter, the birds, any type of instrument, singing, recitation, and silence, because silence is a sound too. Sometimes silence is so loud, louder than any music can be, and it's annoying. Sometimes that silence also is like calming. It reminds me of memories that I have, and most of them ground me. So sometimes I get lost in my head, I get lost in the internet, I get focused, so focused in life, like the bad parts of life, that it's hard for me to get out of it. So when that happens, it's not something that I am plan. So one day I was just scrolling TikTok, I saw some sad stuff and I could not get out of it. And then all of a sudden I had the loudest, like they were always there, but it sounded so loud. But they were singing and they were outside a window and they were like so loud. And I was like, damn, what are they talking about? I wish I knew what they were talking about. I'm so nosy. So I was pulled out of that wall thanks to the birds and my nosiness, because I really want to know what they're talking about. So yeah, the bird sound. I go to sleep. Whenever I go to sleep, I definitely have to listen to rain sounds or beach sounds. It's so calming and it helps me to sleep more. I love music. I love different type of music. I love exploring music. It can be only instrumental. It can be only vocals. It can be both of them brought together. You know, sound is like everywhere. And when I was writing this down, I was like, thank God I can hear. Thank God, like I'm able to like hear everything. Yeah, sounds. I let it fill my day when I'm cooking, when I've got out of the shower, I'm doing my skincare and stuff. When I'm doing makeup, when I've woken up in the morning, I want to eat breakfast. I'll put on some playlists that I found or artists that I like Feiruz. She's an Arabic artist. She has such an angelic, beautiful, beautiful voice. I love all the starts of her music. Every part of her songs, it starts out so romantically and so beautiful. I'm really drawn to that. Yeah, filling my days with silence. No, filling my days with sound. Different types of sounds is really beautiful and makes me enjoy the moment more, and it makes me grounded into myself instead of like being there, like I don't know how to, like being there and being stressed out. It like brings me back down to earth, and I'm like, you know what, thank God I'm here and let's go about our day. At the beginning I talked about a bit of it. I don't think I have much to say. Colors. The third was colors. I love colors. Colors, like they, I don't know how to say, like colors are so beautiful to me. They bring me so much joy. Whenever I'm stressed out, I'm really drawn to picking up paintings that I have and just drawing things, even if it's just a triangle or a circle. I am mostly drawn to the colors. I'm like, any color that I feel drawn to, I will use that. Even if they clash, even if they don't make sense, I will use it because for some reason it calms me down. There was a time when I was in high school and I was really, really depressed. I was drawn to colors, and I actually, because I hated the uniform they used to wear. It was grey, and I really hated that color of grey, and I disliked it. But I gaslit myself, and I said, you know what? It's actually pretty. And for like the whole month, like I think 2 months, 3 months, I gaslit myself so well that I even started to like wearing the uniform. I was like, color is color. I like the color. I'm like, because what can I do? I'm in the school at 6 a.m. and I get out when it's like almost 6 p.m. So I'm like, I have to like this uniform or else it's going to ruin my whole day every day and I'm gonna hate it. So yeah, color. There was a point where when I left the school, I really graduated it. I only gravitated towards the color white because I was really depressed and was going through a lot of things. So I would wear the shawl that was white. Now, for some reason, it calmed me down. Like anytime I will be having some issues mentally, like I'm feeling, sick and disturbed and like really sad, I will put around me like a shawl, the shawl that was white, and I promise you, I don't know why, it felt so calming. Like I'll feel myself, my body and my mind just calming down, and so after that, I will start. Like I gravitated towards anything. These days, I'm I'm more drawn towards pastel pink colors, bright colors. I'm actually always drawn to bright colors. I don't think I've been ever drawn to dark colors, but I love them too. So yeah, colors affect my mood. Colors calm me down. I love exploring. When I'm editing pictures, I love the color graph. The graph, you can change the colors. I really love it. I can make it up and down. For some reason, that's my favorite part of like when I'm editing a picture, because I can see how it goes up and down, and it's so enjoyable. I also like painting because of that reason. I like when I'm going outside, I just like shopping because I want to see how different clothes look in different colors. And yeah, I love colors. I will always be a color girl, even if it's a dark color. The next one is taking pictures of the mundane. Examples. It's finding beauty in my normal days. I'm going to put an example of pictures that I've been posting on TikTok, and I've really been having fun with it. Basically, a few weeks ago, the lights were cut off, because why not? The lights were cut off, the water was flowing from the tap, and I liked how the shadow looked, and the colors were reflecting off each other. I took a video of it. I took a picture of like the curtain, that brown curtain. And like, I don't know how to explain it. English is sometimes so hard. I took the curtain, and it was just, actually I didn't take it. No, yeah, I was just laying in this bed as usual, doing my stuff. I looked at the window and I saw how the curtain was just laying down, like on this side, and I liked the texture of like the inside of it. It's kind of like brown goldish. I liked how that looked against the light that was reflecting on it. I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. I took a picture of it, I edited it and made it more beautiful in my eyes. If you want to disagree, that's on you. So yeah, it looked beautiful. I was like, okay, let me take pictures of that. I went upstairs with my brother, took pictures of him. I like that. Took pictures of the sky like that. But accidentally made a good picture with like the sky, and like a bird was coming through, and I took picture of it. I love that. Took picture of like the flowing clothes, because we have clothes hanging upstairs, and I liked how beautiful it looked. And I don't know, throughout that, taking pictures, seeing what I like, seeing how this object, when I place it like this, it looks beautiful. It made me appreciate our house more. I felt more grateful for it, and I also felt grateful for how my mind picks up different things, how like I see beauty in things, and I was like, I love this. I really love this little life. So yeah, take pictures of the mundane. As long as it looks good to you, take a picture of it, even if it doesn't look good to others. That's what I wanted to say. Because also another main point of this thing is, it's important to remember that whatever you like, someone else may not like it. They may not, that's not their taste. You shouldn't force it. You shouldn't search for their validation and what they think. You should just do your things. Be like, oh, I like this, and if you want to share it, because I do the same thing, and they will make their comment. They will like it or not like it, but either way, it's it's your stuff. You like it, you enjoy it, it brings you joy. It's not like it's harming anyone. Next one is create a mood board. Maybe a weekly mood board, maybe a mood board for your days, for like today or color, or for your month, or for your year. But I don't know how that will work, like creating a mood board for the year, but I'm sure some of you can do that. So yeah, create a theme, a vibe, a feeling that you want to go for. Pick pictures that you like from the internet, pair it with words that you like, that you wrote down. Go to Canva, put them together, do your stuff, make a playlist that you like, that you want to like your week, your month to feel like, to sound like. Or you could pick a scent that you like and be like, this is my scent for the week, this is my scent for the month. I want to experiment with this scent and see how it goes. And later on, maybe you can write down memories of it, because I'm sure scent, like whenever we smell things, and also music, whenever you hear music or you smell things, you'll be reminded of a time that you loved, or people you didn't like, memories that you had. So maybe you can do that and explore and have fun. It doesn't matter if the mood board that you created, like let's say pictures and quotes, you put it together and this is the vibe that you want to, like, your week to be like. It does not matter if that vibe you're going for matches the week that you had. Like, I wanted my year to be different. I wanted my week to be different. But what ended up happening was I got sick. I had to go to the hospital, get my asthma shots, and no. But it still didn't, you know, it still didn't affect me because I had fun while I was doing that. I really had fun. I loved that. And now I'm doing more of it, like creating mood boards, picking out scents, creating playlists that I like, sounds that I like. I want to listen to 1 month from now and be like, this is how this month was like, and this is the playlist that, encapsulates it. Is that the right word? Like, yeah, this is my month of March. This is the songs that I listen to. So, like, let's say you're in October, you're like, oh, October, I want to listen to the playlist that I made in March because this is the one that I listened to. And, you'll remember the things that happened. Create a mood board, have fun with it. Or you can pick, when you're creating a mood board, you can also pick a color that you want your month to feel like, your days to feel like. My year, I want it to feel like the color red and pink. I don't know how to explain it, but they have different feelings. They're like the opposite. They're like sisters, One is the oldest, one is the youngest. But you never know who's the oldest and who's the youngest. But yeah, I want my year to be the color red and pink. I want it to fill my days. Every time I see it, I feel happy. Every time I wear it, I feel energetic. So that type of vibe, you can also do that. Also talking about colors, because why not? You can set the intention and be like, when I see color red, when I go outside today and I see the color red, the word star or mango, I will know I'm on the right path. It can be you're just scrolling and just come across the word and you're like, okay, I'm on the right path. You go outside, you see that color, you're like, okay, I'm on the right path. It's kind of like you're playing a game with the world and you're having fun with it. And it's like, it's between you and the world and nobody else knows it, and it's just a fun game. Some days I'll be like, oh, I want to see this, I won't see it that day, maybe I'll see it tomorrow, the next day, and I'm like, oh, that's really nice. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a heartwarming feeling, and it's also playful and kind of whimsical, sprinkle of whimsicality. Just have fun with it. It's playful, it's not serious. I said it's fun having something you relate a prayer in front of you, because it's kind of like, maybe you like the word star because you are gravitated towards it. So if you go outside and you see you're a star, you're like, that's for me, and definitely I am a star. Or you see stars shining, you're like, that's for me, stars. Or you see the word flowers, you're like, that's me. For example, this book, my siblings, my two sisters bought 3 books, and they said, oh, pick one from it. And I was like, definitely picking this, because it has the word ocean, and it also has the word sea, and it has the word spring flowers. Like, that's me. Flowers, sea, ocean. I love body of waters. I love flowers. I love spring. I was like, I love flowers. I love the sea. I love oceans. And it says, I only wish to face the sea with spring flowers blossoming. Definitely me. I said, okay, that's mine. It's meant for me. And it's not think serious. I was like, you know what? I'm choosing this because it's mine. And I know it was meant to be mine because it has things that I relate to me. It can be something as simple as that. It can be something big. But you know yourself. And when you're playing this little game with the world and with yourself, just have fun with it. Do not put pressure on yourself. Do not take it too seriously. Just have fun. I also like when I come across signs or synchronicities, or I feel like, oh, this is, that feeling. I'm like, I just have fun with it, and I feel like, oh, this is such a nice feeling. I'm one of the chosen ones. But yeah, just be silly, have fun. I think that's the main important thing, because, well, when we are young, we're actually silly and have fun. We don't worry about things like this, like adult stuff. And then we grow up a bit, and the world knocks on our doors and says, here comes reality. So yeah, now that I'm more older, I've always been like this. I just had to take time to discover it. Now that I'm older, I'm taking my time to re-explore my playfulness, the playful side of me, the delulu side of me, the side of me that believes there's more goodness than badness in this world, that believes that there's a lot of hope for us, that believes that, there's so much goodness and kindness in our world. Talking about kindness, that's my last point. I said, be kind to others, be kind to yourself. And when you share goodness with the world, be open to receiving it back. Because for some people, it's easy for them to give out kindness and love. And it's like, they're sincere and honest about it. But it's hard for them to, receive it back. They're suspicious, they're cautious about it. They're like, they don't think they deserve it. I'm like, and I understand, because I am like that sometimes. It's like you can be cautious, but also be open. Two things, opposites, can be true at the same time. They don't have to be disagreeing with each other. So yeah, be kind to others, because we're not the only ones in this world. We share this world with a lot of people, good and bad, with a lot of beings. And also, there's not only good and bad people, there's in between too, like the gray area. I feel like most of us are like, we can be good and bad. It depends on the circumstances and the things that we do and who is looking at us. What if maybe something I'm doing looks good to someone else? They're like, oh, she's a good person. Another person's like, oh, she's so big, she's such a bad person. Everyone in their experiences. Give kindness and love to others, and allow yourself to receive it back. I know it's hard. It's like, it's needed at this, especially in this world that we're living in, that seems to have a lot of badness in it. I promise you, there's a lot of good people and good things in it. I have to repeat this because I went to watch this video back and remind myself that there is goodness in this world, and you are a good person. The fact that you're worried about if I'm a good person or not, am I doing good or not, that means you're a good person. Because I don't think bad people think about and stress about, am I doing good? Am I doing enough in this world? Am I a good friend? Am I a good person? Am I doing well? Am I doing good towards myself? I had to change it because my thing ran out of battery. So I was saying, I want this also to be a reminder to myself that, stop worrying about goodness. Just be kind, be honest and sincere, and just go through life. It's not a breeze, of course, but yeah, just go through life. Give yourself the love that you want and give it out to people, and allow yourself to receive kindness and love back, because there's also sincere people. I'm definitely not the only person who's trying to be good, not good, who's trying to be sincere in their actions. There's a lot more than us. There's 8 billion people, I think, in this world. I definitely tell you, there's good people, there's sincere, honest people in this world. So yeah, don't stress about things that you can't control. Also, don't let your judgments or others' judgments stop you from having fun. Be the silly little person that you are. And my goal has always been to be the grandma. My goal has always been to be a grandma who I want people, not people, but I want when I'm 90 or 80 and I think back to this young version of myself, I want her to be like, I'm proud of myself, I'm glad that I did that, and I want this me to fantasize about the old version of me who's silly, whimsical, who's walking down the streets and being like la di di da da da, la di di da da, who's just whatever happens, I'm just having fun, I'm here for a moment, so I'm going to experience and let this world fill me with joy and make me meet good people. So yeah, I hope this video made sense to you. I hope my fellow words did not annoy you, and I hope you had fun watching me trying to make this video as much fun as I can and have fun with it too. I think I'm going to end it here. And I hope you remember that there's beauty in everything that you see. There's beauty. Definitely there's beauty. There's beauty. I hope you remember that there's beauty in everything that you see, that you touch. It's just that you have to be open to it. You had fun watching me stumble over my words. I hope whatever I said made sense to you. There's beauty in everything that we see. We just have to be open-minded to it and be able to notice it. Do not close yourself off to the world and let the world see you. You know, even if it's in small parts, even if it's just you seeing yourself, that's also good. So have fun, take care, bye, be whimsical, bye bye.